So going from the strategic side of the organization to the community in which Leggett Platt lives and has its home base and operation, back in May of 2011 in our state, and specifically in your part of the state, we witnessed some pretty incredible disruption and devastation, but also some really wonderful resiliency. And I'd imagine that there was a lot of wisdom to be gained from that as a member of the community and as a leader of an organization headquartered in that community. Can you share with us how your experiences related to the Joplin tornado influenced your leadership, your approach to business?
Yeah, that event was a life-changing event for all of us that work and live in the Joplin area. And it could have been worse. There were 163 people perished. Had it happened during the week, as opposed to a Sunday evening, there easily could have been thousands of people that perished. We at Leggett lost 3 of our people, and we had over 100 of our employees that suffered either injury or substantial property loss. So it's indescribable, the devastation. It's as I said, it's unforgettable, but it does have, to your point, it does have a bit of a silver lining associated with it, and I think that everybody knows that tough times can draw people together. And generally I'm a pretty proud guy anyway, but I have to tell you as we sit here that I'm especially proud not only to be a Missourian, but to be from that part of the state where the attitude was unbelievably strong. I think it has a lot to do with an overall will to make it on your own, to help your own people out. And again, that's not limited to just Southwest Missouri, but it's awfully strong there. And some of the benefits come from what you learn in an event like that. Some of the hard facts that you learn how to make safer future structures. You learn how to improve warning systems. You learn how to respect the warning system and improve logistics and traffic flow and all of those things. Those are all hard sort of facts that you can attribute, and advantages you can attribute to an event like that. But the softer side of an event like that will certainly affect you if you experience it, in that the acts of heroism and the unbelievable sharing that the Joplin community experienced are, you can get pretty emotional thinking about it. Tens of thousands of people came to our community and helped people that they never knew, didn't need to know. And the outpouring of food and of clothing and money and various other supplies, medical and other supplies, are definitely a positive thing that came out of that. With regard to Leggett, we made some significant donations. It's our community. It's what we should do. I was especially proud of our people who also collectively donated a lot of money out of their paychecks for people that they didn't know. I mean, 100 or so of them were our people, but you know, there were literally tens of thousands of people that were affected. So, we learned at a corporate level, we learned how to deal with post-disaster trauma, and there is a lot of that whenever you have a severe event, whether it be suicidal tendencies or strife within the family or whatever it happens to be. And we learned how to deal with that emotionally, and we used some outside consultants to assist us too. But we are a much stronger company, and we're much more integrated in the community than we ever have been as a result of that. And I will tell you, on a personal level, I was pretty humbled one day shortly after it happened. My whole family and I were in Joplin, and we were working, trying to help this property owner. We didn't know who it was, but I stopped to put gas in my chainsaw, and I looked up on this big tree that had fallen, and my son, who's a physician, also a Mizzou grad, was up on with his saw. And I looked behind me, wiped the sweat out of my eyes, and looked behind me, and I saw my wife, our twin daughters, their husbands, my son's fiance, and a lot of other people that I didn't even know, feverishly pulling limbs away a safe distance from the home. And it dawned on me, and I knew this, but it dawned on me again that as individuals, we can set about a task, and by ourselves, many times we will tire before we get the task done. On the other hand, a team, appropriately appointed with various tasks, and each one attending to their task, can get a lot done if properly organized. Now again, we all know that, but that day it struck me, and it struck me very hard and humbled me. And there were teams like that, tens of thousands of teams like that. So I know there were silver linings to that event. It's hard to imagine when you go down there and go through it, but it draws people together, and we're a better company and a tighter knit community than we were before.